Welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your paleontology teacher, Jen, and it's time for some Fossil Friday. We're going to talk about Tarbosaurus bataar? Tyrannosaurus bataar? I don't know. You tell me. Tarbosaurus bataar is a large Asian tyrannosaur from the late Cretaceous period. It was discovered in 1946 by a joint Soviet-Mongolian team. Initially, it was named Tyrannosaurus bataar by, I apologize, I don't speak Russian, Evgeny Maliev, and its name meant tyrant lizard hero. Three more specimens from the same expedition were found and named Tarbosaurus ephraimovi, Gorgosaurus lancinator, and Gorgosaurus novogelovi. I will get these right at some point. Another Russian scientist who I apologize, but I'm going to end up butchering because it's a long, difficult Slavic name. A.K. Rozdetsvinsky recognized these four animals were all different growth stages of the same animal, and he believed that they were distinct from the North American Tyrannosaurus. So in his 1965 paper, he combined all of the specimens into Tarbosaurus bataar, which means terror lizard hero. It's still a pretty cool name. Now, Tarbosaurus could get up to about 40 feet long and nearly 10 feet tall at the hip. This makes it only slightly smaller than Tyrannosaurus. Its skull is tall like Tyrannosaurus, but it's narrower than the skull of Tyrannosaurus, as depicted in this photograph here. Other slight differences include the shorter arms on Tarbosaurus. So in this picture you can see the long arms of Tyrannosaurus versus the short arms of Tarbosaurus. And it had eyes that didn't quite face forward. So Tarbosaurus up here kind of points off to the side, whereas Tyrannosaurus would meet in the middle, which would give it binocular vision, like us. Now, some experts, lots of experts actually, think that Tyrannosaurus and Tarbosaurus are synonymous, meaning they're the same thing. Now, it may seem like these two should be different genera, just looking at those differences I showed you. But let's take a look at some modern genera with some highly varied species before we make any conclusions. How about we start with Canis? So here we have Canis lupus, gray wolf, and Canis latrans, the coyote, and Canis aureus. And don't even get me started on Canis familiaris. These are all the same genera, but they don't look the same, they're not the same size, they don't live in the same places, in the same environment. Maybe we go with something a little more obvious. How about Panthera onca, or the jaguar? Or Panthera leo, the lion? And Panthera tigris. I mean, those three are definitely different, but they're all the same genera. Now let's look at some animals that are a little more closely related to Tyrannosaurus, like Crocodilus acutus, the American crocodile, and Crocodilus niloticus, the Nile crocodile, and Crocodilus porosus, the saltwater crocodile. Same genera, they look pretty similar, live in very different areas. And for good measure, we're going to throw in some relatives of Tyrannosaurus on the other end of the tree. This is Setophaga ruticilla, or the American redstart, and Setophaga petechia, the yellow warbler, and Setophaga striata, the blackpoll warbler. So all of these are different genera with different species that look very, very different and live in very different areas and different habitats and do different things. But I don't want you to be biased and think that, oh yes, they must be two of the same species or two different species in the same genera. Keep in mind, there are animals out there that look like they are different species of the same genera, but they're actually totally different genera. Take Loxodonta africana, for example. and Elephas maximus. The Asian and the African elephant are not different species of the same genera. They are two different genera. They are not as closely related as you would think that they are. So, with all of that in mind, what do you think? Tarbosaurus bataar or Tyrannosaurus bataar? Let me know in the comments what you think, and tune in Monday to learn more about the Tyrannosaur family because it's fascinating. And I will fossilize you later.